Hello, my name is Paul Witherspoon. I am a native business English teacher. I have to put that out there now, native English teacher, so that everybody can know. And I help professionals to overcome their fear, okay, of making mistakes and to grow their confidence, to grow their fluency by using business English. Okay, we also help them to grow their careers. And today's topic actually was sent to me by Care Aideni. I think that's how he pronounces his name. And the subject for today is why is listening more effective? Okay. So this was a question that was sent to me, all right, as a topic to discuss. And I just wanted to say it depends on what you're comparing listening to, all right, and in what context. For your memory, listening is more effective compared to reading. Okay. For your fluency, listening is more effective than, of course, just reading, right? Uh, yeah, because with reading, that helps your fluency, but listening is way more effective. But what's the most effective thing is the question. Okay. What is the most effective thing? But for now, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. So you can see. Now, this is an infographic that I share with my students usually, okay? But it's called the cone of learning, all right? So it's how we learn, okay? So there are two types of learning. You have active learning and then you have passive learning, right? So, for example, after 2 weeks, we have a tendency to remember only 10% of what we read. Only 10%, right? So if you're doing a lot of reading, if you're doing a lot of exercises with apps and things like that, and that's all you're doing, it's not the most effective thing for your memory. So 10% of what we read, we remember after 2 weeks. The next step is listening. You only remember 20%, right? If you're just listening to words, if you're just listening to a documentary or a podcast or the radio or I don't know, songs or whatever it is that you're listening to, after 2 weeks, you only remember 20% of that. And your memory is the most powerful thing for your fluency. Okay. Because that's what most people want. Most people want to speak fluently. The next step, looking at pictures. Looking at pictures is better for your memory than listening. Okay. We're talking about memory now. All right. It depends on what you're talking about. Now, of course, listening is better than looking at pictures for your fluency. Okay, for sure. All right, let's look at the next step. We remember 50% of what we hear and what we see. So, watching movies, Netflix, TV, videos, that is more effective than just listening, right? Watching somebody doing something, watching and listening is more powerful than just listening. So, when you combine things, all right, it's twice as effective as just listening by itself. All right, so this is still passive. Okay, these are passive ways of learning, right? Listening just by itself is a passive way of learning. Okay, but you can still learn some things. Now, I will say listening is great for learning pronunciation and new vocabulary also, and grammar. Okay, so it's a way to reinforce that. The next step, look at that 70% of what we say, we remember. So that's why speaking is so important. I always push speaking, right? Giving a talk, participating in a discussion. All right. And then the last one, hopefully you can see my face. Sorry about that, guys. I'm talking into the mic like a rapper. But 90% of what we say and what we do is the most effective thing. So actually doing something while speaking is the most powerful way to learn a language. And it's the most powerful thing for your memory. So doing the real thing, if you're simulating a real experience, let's say you are The word I want to use is, yeah, it's just a simulation of a situation, going to a restaurant, or, um, role play. That's what I want. So role play is great. And then doing a dramatic presentation. So saying and doing something is the most effective thing for your memory. These are active ways to learn. And you want to stay in the active zone as much as possible so you can just go faster. Look at that. If you are constantly simulating and doing the real thing, you will learn a language 9 times faster. Okay, that's something to think about. And if you compare it to just listening, you'll learn 4 times faster compared to someone who's just listening. All right. So is listening more effective compared to reading? It's more effective. Yeah. For your memory. Okay. My suggestion is not reading, speaking. Okay. Simulations, and then watching TV and films, or, YouTube videos. Those are the 2 most powerful things that you can do. All right. Cone of Learning. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Uh, and we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Today is more of a relaxed day. I hope everybody's enjoying their vacations. It's August here in Italy. And I have a lot of comments in my inbox. I'm going to write everybody. Okay. I'm going to respond to every message. I didn't even finish writing to everybody yesterday. I spent 3 hours yesterday responding to messages and I still didn't finish. Okay. So I'm trying my best, and I'll see you guys later.